crystal too. I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
When it comes to boyish charm,
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you...
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
thermal. And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship... Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood. And more... Which is where... I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
It hasn't been.
Blackthorn,
Out with it.
it's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Rieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then. Where do we find this Stardust?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's...
Best of luck.
Don't you worry about me. I can smell a swindle from half the twins away.
Good day to you.
It's all but spent. The crystals we get from it.
And we had to dig a new cellar to store all the
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always.
Go on.
There are whisper rustling, it may be. Given...
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizen.
All right. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding at the hands of some pit.
Excuse me.
Nah, I'm in, don't worry.
All right. Do you have a moment? There's talk of...
No, it was Rambaki.
I see. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. What matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Attack! Over here! Attack!
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister
I found some Black Shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and the... And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would...
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rival. His response, however, was rather more visceral. And he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, My livelihood, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come... And so I saw that I would need an army of my... I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded... Of course. Seen faultless our wound. We know where he... What we did not know and...
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move... My friends and comrades...
I'm not going to change his mind.
What can I interest you in today? Keep fighting the good fight.
Do you see anything you like? And a fine finder.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be drunk.
Gone, just like that.
What's the matter?
I'd go low.
I'll see what I can...
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang.
All right. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
It's certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my... I hate to trade. She was... Now she... What am I...
Perhaps you could...
Recapture it? I'm a... You know... You might... I have to get back to...
Wait.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my... Though I worry you might have stoked the flames at...
Master, just her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, and look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must...
well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're on to... not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally... I don't know how...
It was...
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto? Otto, sorry I'm late.
Ah, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his... It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see. Yeah, Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see black. Here, Clive. Do you fancy... Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Don't give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its...
I'll see you back at the hideaway, then.
Oh, I plan to. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black...
Right.
After it.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with...
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be getting back.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon...
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, What's
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but
But we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Oh, Sid.
Yes.
I'll show you the... Here you see the Mithril engine in excess heat. Now, in other words, the reactor would This is where the helm are And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them... Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship.
You can stop there. Mid, where would I find it?
Yes. It's in Lorbert's... It's no longer...
I see. Then I suppose... Would that help?
I'll gather my...
I think Mid might need some help.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? All done?
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't... need behind.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
There you are, Sid. The ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor.
Go, Torgal! Let's try. Over here! Go, Torgal! Get him!
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well...
All right.
We're seeing troops amassing.
No surprises there.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And just...
Right. Right, the shielding.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out, which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's... I thought a triple thick... The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would...
Tomes? Yeah. Well, I've got all the details written. Can you take this to him? See what he makes...
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding?
She has some specific requirements, and yet remain, as you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak before the
So if we could
it might be a... I shall speak if you would be... The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to...
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to Mark.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these So, Clive, who will accompany... Take your time.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus. I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.